By now you've probably heard or know for yourself that Suicide Squad is a terrible misfire. Strike 3 for DC. It's a sloppily written, horrifically edited, boring, predictable, meaningless mess. But a lot of the reactions I've seen to the film have said the following.
Well, the first 20 minutes are actually really fun.
No, they're not. You're wrong.
Why you gotta be so mean? Why can't you just let people enjoy things?
Okay, look, I know there's a lot of you guys out there who like this movie, and that's fine by me. Please leave a comment and tell me why, because I'd love to hear it. I'm just here to talk about some pretty major story structure problems that get in the way of me getting attached to any of these characters. So, full spoilers to follow. The opening act of Suicide Squad, basically everything that happens before they get on the helicopter, is the worst part about the movie. It's not just bad. It actively ruins any potential for the movie to get better later on. So the allegedly fun parts of this film are the character introductions, right? It's when Amanda Waller is listing off the people who are going to be on the team, and then we see montage flashbacks on each one. Now the movie tries really hard to trick you into thinking that you're having fun by editing it together really fast and using flashy transitions, setting each one to an upbeat pop song, and using obnoxious text to give background on each character. It actually all feels like a prolonged trailer. So I was not at all surprised to learn that the studio hired the guys who made the trailers to re-edit the movie into this abomination. It's all spectacle and exposition. There's no coherent storytelling. Here's the crux of the problem. If you look at the content of these scenes, you'll realize that the movie has basically burned through all of the potential story revelations that could have been peppered throughout the rest of the movie. In short order, we are told that 1. Deadshot really loves his daughter and blames Batman for being separated from her. 2. That Harley Quinn used to be a psychiatrist, fell in love with an insane criminal, the Joker, and aided in his escape. 3. That Rick Flag is in love with June Moon, who is 4. Possessed by the evil spirit called the Enchantress. Holy L! When the first 20 minutes of this movie are over, the film is in a terrible position. The audience knows everything there is to know about 95% of the characters in the film, but the characters themselves don't know anything about each other. Had the filmmakers just held back a little bit, they could have used these kernels of background story to create compelling scenes later on in the movie. Harley Quinn and Rick Flag, for example, are both dealing with the same problem. They are in love with someone who is dangerous. Why isn't there a scene where they learn this fact about each other, or discuss how it affects everything they do? Diablo and Killer Croc both see their powers as a curse, a burden. Why don't they bond over this like Iron Man and the Hulk do, or like Mystique and Beast do? Captain Boomerang and Deadshot both have the exact same ability, being really accurate with stuff. How does this never come up? Did anybody know who these characters were before filming the movie? This is why the rest of the movie feels like such a slog. The characters go from one generic action scene to the next without actually bonding. There's only one scene in this movie that I would actually describe as a scene. It's the one when they're in the bar and commiserating over their situation. And you'll notice that most of that scene is about learning who El Diablo is. It'd be even better if they did it without using yet another flashback, but that's the kind of character development I'm talking about that's missing from the rest of the movie. Now sure, the movie likes to pretend like character development has happened, but the script never earns it. So when El Diablo says, "I already lost one family, I'm not going to lose another," I challenge you to not roll your eyes. All we needed to know at the start of this movie was that these people were criminals. You then have the next 2 hours to dig deep into who they are at their cores and find out what really makes them tick. More so than maybe any other superhero movie, this film had the potential to be character driven. Instead, they just glossed over everything with pop music, tossed in generic zombies, and called it a day. They treated the character material like the stuff that they have to get through before the fun begins. The whole movie is in a rush to get to the action, but that action is rendered meaningless because we don't care at all about anyone in the movie. It's actually astonishing that they were able to screw this up so much, considering that they got it so right in the animated movies. Seriously, you could have just adapted Assault on Arkham and been the better for it. But whatever, this is all just a commercial for Halloween costumes anyway, so why should I bother? Thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't already done so, make sure to check out my last Airbender review series. If you enjoyed my Hobbit series, you're sure to enjoy this one, as it's the same kind of in-depth analysis into what makes for good storytelling. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I always appreciate it when you guys do, and I'll see you later this week when I review Pete's Dragon.